Obviously, it's time for the no half-step in hockey coverage, so let me get to the goods. Time for operation number 716 for the Renegades of Puck. That's right. Show number 716 at this moment in hockey history. The Nashville Panthers currently find themselves in 5th place, just barely in the Central Division after 52 games played. A record of 25, 21, and 6, 56 points. A home record of 14, 10, and 3. That's where their next game will take place against the Florida Panthers. We'll talk about that matchup coming up in just a moment. They've scored 142 goals on the season. They've given up 156 against. That's a goal differential of -14. Now, taking a look at the Central Division from the top down, because it is of critical importance right now to start looking at the standings with 30 games to go in the regular season. The Dallas Stars continue to be in first place as they have been for the majority of the season, 71 points. They are paced by the Winnipeg Jets in second place with 69 points. The Colorado Avalanche have 63 points. The Minnesota Wild are at 61. Then you'll find the Nashville Predators at 56. St. Louis now closing the gap behind the Preds at 55. And then Arizona and Chicago round out the bottom of the division. For the Nashville Predators, once they wrap up this game on Saturday afternoon against Florida Panthers, Sunday, Central Division critical matchup against the Minnesota Wild in Minnesota. Tuesday, back home versus the Vancouver Canucks. And then Thursday, the beginning of a West Coast road trip, a quick one, in San Jose on Thursday. And then on the 26th in Arizona, back home to round out the month of February on the 28th versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. For the Preds, the first time they've met the Florida Panthers this year. They will meet one more time in Florida. That'll take place on March the 2nd. Panthers have a record of 28, 24, and 6 on the season. 62 points is good for 4th overall in the Atlantic Division. On the road, 13, 16, and 3 is their record. They have goal differential of +2 in their most recent stretch of hockey, going back just 5 games. On the 9th of February is a 4-1 win versus the San Jose Sharks. On the 11th of February, 5-3 loss versus the Colorado Avalanche. On the 13th of February, 2-1 shootout win at Minnesota. Then a 6-2 loss at St. Louis the next night. And most recently, on the 16th, a 6-3 win at the Washington Capitals. Bobrovsky got the start and the victory, 29 out of 32 in net. Now, taking a look at the rankings and the matchup between the Nashville Predators and the Florida Panthers. Panthers are going to lead in most of the statistical metrics, so let's go ahead and get to it. Goals for 3.45 per game for the Florida Panthers. That is 7th best in the NHL. That's an impressive number right there. The Nashville Predators are 2.69 per game. That's 26th in the NHL. In the goals against category, Florida giving up 3.43. Not a very impressive number right there. That's 23rd in the NHL. The Preds are giving up 2.98 per game. That's 14th in the league, right there in the middle of the pack. Shots for, the Preds are 19th in the NHL, generating 30.9 shots per game on net. The Florida Panthers, though, are generating 36.1 shots per game on net. That is first overall in the NHL in the shots against category. The Preds are going to play right into that spot for the Florida Panthers because the Preds are 28th in shots against, giving up 33.8 shots against per game, while the Florida Panthers are giving up 32.5 per game. That is 23rd overall in the NHL. When it comes to special teams, the Predators' power play is rated 29th in the league. They've scored 27 times out of 167 opportunities. That's good for 16.2% on the season. Florida Panthers have the 15th rated power play in the NHL. They've scored 44 times on 201 opportunities, 21.9% overall. On the penalty kill, the Nashville Predators are in the favorable category in the metric here, 16th best in the NHL, 80.1% kill rate, 35 power play goals against. The Florida Panthers have given up an incredible number of power play goals against, 53 power play goals against, 25th overall in the NHL with a 75.2% kill rate. Every team in the NHL has significant offensive threats, and so we always take a look at the top 5 scorers in each category for the teams going up and head-to-head in this game. So for the Florida Panthers, we'll start there with the visiting team. It is Tkachuk, his first year with the Florida Panthers, and it is working out so far. 27 goals, 48 assists, 75 points overall. For Hagee, has 29 goals. That leads the Florida Panthers. 22 assists to go with that. 51 points is second overall on the team. Barkov, 16 and 33 for 49. Usually plays very good against the Nashville Predators. Montour, 10 goals, 36 assists for 46 points. And Reinhart, 20 goals in the season plus 24 assists for 44 points. Bobrovsky having a decent season, 16, 14, and 2. A .905 save percentage, a 3.05 goals against average. Taking a look at the other side of the ledger on the Nashville Predators, the captain Roman Josi leads the Preds in scoring, 13 goals and 31 assists for 44 points overall. Phil Forsberg, 19 goals and 23 assists for 42 points. Matt Duchene, 16 and 26 for 42. Mikhail Granlund, 6 goals, 23 assists for 29 points. And Ryan Johansson, 11 goals and 15 assists for 26 points. UC Saros has a record of 20, 15, and 5, a save percentage of .917, a goals against average of 2.79. And for the Nashville Predators, I mentioned Philip Forsberg, second on the team in scoring. He is still listed as day-to-day with an upper body injury, but so far there has been no indication or time frame given for his actual return to the lineup. Alex Carrier is now listed as day-to-day. That is very good news. He should be back in the lineup anytime now. And Mark Borowiecki, of course, continues to be on injured reserve. No timetable for his return, and I have no confidence that he is going to be back in the lineup before the end of this regular season. That gets you all set up for the Nashville Predators' next game, hosting the Florida Panthers at Bridgestone Arena, the first of 2 regular season meetings between the Preds and the Panthers. It was nice to have the Panthers in the same division with the Predators just a couple of seasons ago, so I'm looking forward to this matchup. Matinee Saturday should be a very wonderful afternoon over at Bridgestone Arena. That gets you all set up for that game. We got the Rebirth Sports full game recap coming up next.